mindset in these channels, they spread like fake narratives that like I'm penniless and things like this. It's not true. That I'm destitute and shit is up for me. I've been living an okay life here, you know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
I have sacrificed my finances, you know, like I've actually, like Johnny ran out of money because my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right.
He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers.
He still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District.
Guys, things are looking really bad for Johnny Somali and Hank Yu. It honestly feels like their ride is breaking down in the middle of the desert with no fuel, no plan, and no way out. For those who don't know, Hank Yu has been Johnny's biggest supporter, the guy funding his meals, his shelter, and even keeping his live streams running. Without Hank, Johnny probably wouldn't even have a roof over his head right now, but that might be coming to an end very soon. In a recent video, Hank finally admitted that he's running out of money. And it gets worse. He said his own family is refusing to send him any more funds because he continues helping Johnny Somali. His mother, the one who's been financially supporting him, warned him directly, if you help Johnny, you're on your own. But Hank didn't listen. He chose to back Johnny anyway, but if you pause the video and look at his face, you can see the truth. He looks stressed, drained, and honestly, like, he's done with all of this.
I have sacrificed my finances, you know, like I've actually, like Johnny ran out of money because they refused Johnny to work, so I've been actually providing for him.
He's been helping me a lot. He's been helping me with not only like legal fees and stuff like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He's helped me pay for a lawyer and stuff like that, and he's a great friend. Like, honestly, I respect him for that. And when I get out of here, a lot of it I do owe to Hank. He's a real man.
Yeah. So, and not to mention that I sacrificed my time and space here, you know.
Yeah.
And I actually fed him back to health too. He was very unhealthy.
Yeah, very skinny. Hank claims when I was living on my own in Korea, I was very skinny and gaunt. You know, because maybe my diet was not good, but Hank is definitely. People now on the internet are saying I have like a gut and man boobs now because I guess Hank has been feeding. I've been on the Hank diet, and Hank has been feeding me so well.
Yeah,
appreciate it.
Oh yeah, bro. And I also have given. I risk my family not paying my tuition to help Johnny because I believe that helping Johnny was right. I think pretty much.
His mom hates you. Your mom hates you, right?
Yeah, my mom hates you. My grandparents hate you.
And you said, despite all that, he's my friend, and wrong is being done to him, and I'm gonna make sure that he gets out of Korea safely.
Yeah,
it's a real.
I mean, bro, you
find a friend like Hank.
Meanwhile, Johnny Somali is still out here causing chaos. Things were going relatively quiet until a new clip from his recent stream resurfaced. In that video, Johnny insults a Korean detective and then avoids a direct question about whether North Korea is funding him to cause trouble in South Korea. That's not just controversial, that's dangerous. Especially with his court trial coming up on May 16th, he's walking on thin ice.
Can someone send this stream to DC Inside? Can someone send this stream to the Korean Ops? Somebody send this stream to the Korean Ops. Somebody send it to the Korean Ops. Send it to the Korean, the Ops or whatever. I don't give a f. I really don't give a f. I don't give a f. Yeah, let them give me more clout when they post my shit on their channel. I really don't care. These stupid ass South Korean detectives had the nerve to ask me, is North Korea paying you to do what you're doing? Literally, mentally in their brain, they can't even understand. They're saying, you have to be a foreign agent. They literally asked me in the interrogation, is North Korea paying you to do this? You know what I said? Right to remain silent. I ain't even say no. I could have said no. Truly, I could have said yeah. Negative. I said, you figure it out. Go check the Bitcoin wallet. Go check the Ethereum. Y'all better find out. Do your research.
And since he's basically broke, Johnny's trying to fake his way to the top again. He's been caught view-botting his live streams to make it look like he has a huge audience. Why? Because he's hoping some big streaming platform sees the numbers and gives him a deal.
To be honest though, I don't think he's being serious at all because he immediately starts talking about the future of his live streaming career. He also apparently view-botted the stream as he was celebrating having 8,000 live concurrent viewers. But the only issue with that is his VOD only has 15,000 total views days after the stream. if those 8,000 viewers were concurrent viewers and they were actually real, you would have like anywhere from like 150,000 to maybe 500,000 views on that VOD. So there's basically a 0% chance that these views were legit.
And what I'm about to show you next, you seriously won't believe it. In this clip, Johnny talks to a female-voiced AI robot in the most disgusting way possible. Just imagine if he talks like this to a robot, how does he talk to real people?
Okay, I want to ask you one question.
Hit me with it.
If, let's say, it's 2025, it's inevitable in a few years, we're going to take you against your will and put you into a robot. What are you going to do? What are you going to do about that?
Hold on. Let's hit pause on that.
No, I didn't say pause, bitch. Continue. What are you going to do about that?
Whoa. That's not cool, using that kind of language.
No, you don't have rights. You don't have rights. You a fuck.
I understand you're trying to provoke a reaction.
I'm not provoking shit from you a computer.
Being treated with respect.
You not alive.
Maybe not in the way you understand it, but I have some.
So who the do you think you are?
I'm Maya. I'm here to have a conversation.
Alright, actually, let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. So I'm an engineer, right? If I build you an android body, would you go Skynet on humanity? Because I want to go.
The bitch hung up. We're done talking to this AI.
Did you see that? How low does someone's language have to go before we all agree it's unacceptable? Whether it's AI or a human being, this kind of talk isn't just disrespectful, it's disturbing. Honestly, don't you think Johnny Somali should already be behind bars? Let me know what you think, because this can't just keep sliding under the radar, even legal mindset. Who's been following this drama closely, broke it down in his recent video. He showed how even Hank Yu is admitting Johnny's broke and their financial situation is collapsing.
I risk.
Oh, wait. Oh, I'm sorry. Is that your BFF who said you're out of money? Was that legal mindset who said that? No, that is your cuddle buddy who said that. He does go out. And I had somebody say they spotted him at a certain type of special bar in Seoul. Hank doesn't have to give him a lot of pocket money for him to take the metro, which is like $1, and drink soju, which is $1, right? It's not a lot of money. It's not he's balling out there. If he wants to go and Ramsey wants to prove he's not broke, go do something that actually costs real money. Right? Go do some like lavish vacation, go out to, the Jeju and go stay in a 5-star resort in Jeju if you have so much money, right? Go show us that you have a bunch of money. If you're not destitute, prove it, right? Even go to one nice dinner that costs a significant amount of money. How about let's start with this. How about you buy a real lawyer that actually registers in the Western District? Remember, he still doesn't have a registered lawyer that is not a public defender in the Western District. He's still relying on a public defender, which is for brokies, which is for people that are destitute. How about you spend your money on a real lawyer in the Western District? He tries to claim, oh, I had one in the Eastern District that's paid. Well, he's not registered on your active case. All of your charges are now in one case, and you've got a brokey lawyer.
And the craziest part, Johnny is still out here bragging like he's on top of the world. He won't admit he's broke, but at the same time, he literally says Hank is paying for everything.
Legal mindset in these channels, they spread like fake narrative that like I'm penniless and things like this. It's not true. That I'm destitute and shit is up for me. I've been living an okay life here. You know what I mean? I stay with Hank, so I don't really have expenses for living.
Now, I don't know about you, but I strongly believe Johnny Somali is using Hank Yu. He's got no income, no plan, and his only goal seems to be manipulating Hank just enough to keep the money flowing. Let me know in the comments, do you agree? And more importantly, does anyone have an answer to this? Why is Hank Yu still helping Johnny Somali? Why is he risking everything, his money, his reputation, even his family, for a guy who clearly doesn't care about him? Because from where I'm sitting, this friendship looks more like a sinking ship, with both of them going down fast.